Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel English Achieve. Today I'm not just here to speak, I'm here to give you something powerful, something that could change the way you think, speak, and live. This video is not just about learning English, it's about learning how to live a better life. A life with more peace, more patience, and more power over your emotions. We're going to talk about anger, but not just what it is. We'll talk about how to understand it, how to control it, and most importantly, how to let go of it. We'll walk through real steps that anyone can follow, even if English is not your first language. And by the end of this video, you'll not only improve your vocabulary, you'll also have a stronger, calmer mind. So sit back, take a deep breath, and let's begin. What is anger, really? Anger is one of the most misunderstood emotions. Most people think anger means shouting, yelling, breaking things, or fighting with others. And yes, that is one form of anger, the loud kind. But anger is not always loud. In fact, anger is often silent. It lives quietly inside your mind. It hides behind your smile. It sits in your heart like a heavy stone. You may not scream, you may not hit, but you feel it. It's the tightness in your chest. It's the tension in your neck. It's the storm of thoughts that don't let you sleep at night. Anger starts small. Sometimes it begins as a simple disappointment. Maybe your friend didn't call you back. Maybe your boss didn't respect your effort. Maybe someone said something rude to you. At first, you feel a little hurt. You tell yourself, it's okay. But deep inside, something changes. That hurt becomes frustration. You keep thinking about it. You imagine what you should have said. You feel like the world is being unfair to you. And then, that frustration grows into anger. Anger often comes from expectations. You expect someone to act a certain way. You expect things to go smoothly. You expect to be understood, respected, or appreciated. But when those expectations are not met, your mind reacts. It says, "This is wrong. This is unfair." And instead of accepting and adjusting, you resist. You fight the moment. And that resistance creates fire, anger. But here's the truth. Anger is not power. It feels powerful in the moment. It feels strong to yell, to argue, to show your pain. But that is not real strength. That is just emotion out of control. Real strength is staying calm when things go wrong. Real power is keeping your peace when others lose theirs. Anger is actually a loss of control. It makes you say things you don't mean. It makes you hurt people you care about. And later, it leaves you with guilt and regret. So, what is anger really? It is a sign that something inside you is hurting. It's a message from your mind saying, pay attention. But it is not something you should follow blindly. You don't have to let anger drive your words or your actions. You can pause, you can breathe, you can choose a better response. And every time you choose peace over anger, you grow stronger. Not just emotionally, but in your spirit, in your relationships, and in your life. Real strength is not loud. Real strength is silent, steady, and kind. And the moment you learn that, your life will begin to change. Why do we get angry? Let's take a moment to look deeper. Why do we really get angry? What causes that fire inside us? Most of the time, the answer is simple, but powerful. It's our expectations. We expect people to behave in a certain way. We expect situations to go according to our plans. For example, you expect your friend to arrive on time, but he shows up 30 minutes late without even saying sorry. You expect your boss to notice how hard you're working, but he ignores your efforts. You expect your family to support your dreams, but instead they criticize your choices. You expect your partner to understand you without explaining everything, but they don't. And when these things happen, you feel disappointed. That disappointment grows into frustration. And finally, it turns into anger. Your mind builds a picture, a perfect image of how things should be. In your mind, people should be kind, respectful, responsible, fair, and loving. Plans should go smoothly. Life should follow your script. But the real world doesn't work like that. People are not perfect. Situations are not always fair. Life is full of surprises, mistakes, and misunderstandings. So what happens when reality does not match your expectations? You feel pain. And that pain often expresses itself as anger. But that's not the only reason. There's also ego, that small voice inside you that says, "I deserve better." Ego says, "How dare they talk to me like that?" Or, "Who do they think they are?" Ego wants respect. Ego wants attention. Ego wants control. And when it doesn't get what it wants, it gets angry. But here's the truth. The world does not follow your script. People are going to be late. They're going to forget. They're going to say the wrong things. They're going to make mistakes. Life is not a movie where everything happens the way you imagined. So if you continue to expect perfection from people, from life, from every moment, you will continue to be angry. Always. But if you start to let go of that need to control everything, your life will begin to change. If you learn to accept that people are different, that situations are not always fair, and that life has its ups and downs, you will feel a new kind of peace inside you. This doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop suffering because of what you can't control. Let go of rigid expectations. Let go of your ego, and you will begin to let go of anger. True peace begins when you stop fighting with reality and start flowing with it. Anger hurts, you more than others. When you get angry, it can feel like strength. It can feel like power. In that moment, you think you are standing up for yourself. You think you are showing people that you will not be disrespected, that you won't accept unfair behavior. It feels like you are in control. But the truth is very different. When you get angry, you are not in control. You are out of control. And more importantly, you are not hurting the other person. You are hurting yourself. Every time you get angry, your body reacts. Your heart starts beating faster. Your blood pressure rises. Your muscles get tight. Your breathing becomes quick and shallow. Your face feels hot. Your hands may shake. Your voice becomes loud and harsh. Your mind becomes foggy. You can't think clearly. You don't listen. You don't understand. You only want to attack or defend. Your body goes into a state of stress. And if this happens again and again, it takes a toll on your health. Doctors say that uncontrolled anger can lead to serious problems like heart disease, high blood pressure, and even depression or anxiety. Now think about this. Every time you get angry, you are poisoning yourself. It's like drinking a cup of poison and hoping the other person gets hurt. But they don't. You do. And it doesn't stop with your health. Anger also destroys your relationships. You shout at people you care about. You say things you don't really mean, things that cut deep and hurt others. You may win the argument, but you lose the trust. You lose the closeness. You create distance between you and the people who love you. Sometimes you feel sorry afterward. You wish you could take your words back. But often, it's too late. Words leave scars. People remember how you made them feel. Anger may help you feel strong for a moment, but in the long run, it makes you weak. It may help you win a fight, but it can make you lose respect. So ask yourself this important question. Is it worth it? Is it worth damaging your health, losing your peace, and hurting your relationships? Just to prove a point? Just to feel right? Just to win a small battle? The answer is no. You don't need to fight every fight. You don't need to win every argument. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. What you really need is peace. What you really need is your health, your happiness, and the love of people around you. And that is more valuable than pride or anger will ever be. Rule 1. Pause before you react. The first and most powerful rule for overcoming anger is simple but not easy. Pause. That's right, just pause. In the heat of the moment, your natural reaction is to speak quickly, to shout, to defend, or to attack. When someone says something rude or hurtful, your body immediately reacts. Your heart races. Your face gets hot. Your fists tighten. You want to say something back, right now. But this is the moment where your real power begins. In that very moment of rising anger, stop yourself. Don't speak, don't act. Just pause. Take a slow, deep breath. Count slowly to 5. If needed, walk away for a moment. Look away. Stay silent. Do whatever helps you create space between the emotion you feel and the action you are about to take. This short pause may only last a few seconds, but it gives you something incredibly valuable. Control. When you pause, you're telling yourself, I am in charge, not my emotions. You're allowing your mind to catch up with your feelings. You are reminding yourself that you are not a slave to your anger. You are a human being with the power to choose how you respond. You may still feel upset. That's okay. Pausing doesn't mean you deny your feelings. It means you respect them, but you don't let them control you. You don't let a single emotion destroy your peace, your relationships, or your self-respect. Make this a daily habit. Every day, life will test you. Someone might cut you off in traffic. Pause. Your coworker might blame you for something that wasn't your fault. Pause. Your spouse might forget something important. Pause. Your friend might cancel plans last minute. Pause. Each situation is a test, and each time you pause instead of reacting, you pass the test. At first, it will feel difficult. Your old habits will try to take over. You may even forget to pause. That's okay. Keep practicing. Keep reminding yourself. Over time, you will grow stronger. You will start to notice that the things that once made you furious now barely touch your peace. You'll smile instead of shout. You'll breathe instead of break. This is the first step to mastering your emotions. The pause is small, but its power is massive. Because that pause, just a few seconds, can save you from hours, days, or even years of regret. Remember, anger is quick, but wisdom is patient. Choose wisdom, choose peace. Pause. Rule 2. Change the story in your mind. Anger is not only about what happens around you. Anger is mostly about what happens inside you. Specifically, the story you tell yourself in your mind. Every time something upsets you, your mind creates a story. That story decides how you feel. And many times, that story makes you feel angry. Let's look at an example. You send a message to a friend. Hours go by, but they don't reply. Your mind says, they are ignoring me. They don't care about me. And you start to feel angry, sad, or rejected. But stop and think. What if your story is wrong? What if they were just busy? What if they didn't see your message? What if they were going through something difficult and couldn't respond? The truth is, you don't know. but your mind still creates a negative story, and that story causes your anger. Here's another example. Someone at work speaks to you in a rude tone. Your mind quickly says, "They are disrespecting me. They are trying to insult me." But maybe that person is just stressed. Maybe they didn't mean to sound rude. Maybe they are having a bad day. Again, you don't know their situation, but your mind fills in the blanks with a story that makes you feel hurt or angry. You cannot always control what people say or do. You cannot control how your day goes. But you can always control the meaning you give to situations. You can choose the story you tell yourself. This is one of the most powerful tools to stop anger before it even starts. Instead of saying, "They're ignoring me," say, "Maybe they're busy. It's okay." Instead of saying, "They don't respect me," say, "Maybe they're not at their best right now." Instead of saying, "Life is unfair," say, "This is a challenge and I will grow from it." This is not about lying to yourself. It's about giving yourself peace. It's about refusing to become a prisoner of your negative thoughts. When you change the story, you change the emotion. When you tell yourself a calmer story, you feel calmer. You don't explode. You don't react. You stay in control. So the next time anger rises in your heart, pause and ask yourself, what story am I telling myself right now? Then rewrite the story. Choose one that helps you, not one that hurts you. Choose peace. Choose understanding. Choose freedom from unnecessary pain. Change your story, and you will change your life. Rule 3. Let go of the need to be right. Many fights, arguments, and moments of anger begin from one simple desire: the desire to be right. We want people to agree with us. We want to prove our point. We want others to admit that we are correct and they are wrong. This may feel natural, but it leads to stress, conflict, and pain. Think about the last time you had an argument. Was it really about the topic? Or was it about your pride? Maybe someone said something you didn't like. Maybe you wanted them to understand your side. Maybe you felt disrespected because they didn't agree with you. And so, you argued, not for peace, but to be right. But here's the truth. Being right is not the same as being wise. Being right does not always bring peace. Sometimes, being right only brings more anger, more stress, and more distance in relationships. You might win the argument but lose the connection. You might prove your point, but damage the relationship. Ask yourself a powerful question. Do I want to be right, or do I want to be happy? You don't have to attend every argument you're invited to. You don't have to respond to every rude comment. You don't have to prove yourself to people who don't understand you. Sometimes walking away is a sign of strength, not weakness. Let go of the need to control every situation. Let go of the need to correct everyone. Let people have their opinions, even if they're wrong. Let them think what they want. It's not your job to fix their thoughts. Your job is to protect your peace. This doesn't mean you allow people to treat you badly. It means you respond with calm, not with ego. You speak with dignity, not with pride. You stay grounded, even when others try to shake you. That is real power. Next time you feel that strong desire to prove your point, take a deep breath. Ask yourself, is this worth it? Most of the time, it's not. Most of the time, your peace is more valuable than your pride. Remember, the wisest people are not the loudest. They are not the ones who argue the most. They are the ones who know when to speak and when to let go. The more you let go of the need to be right, the more peaceful and powerful your life becomes. Choose peace. Every time. Rule 4. Practice forgiveness. Holding on to anger is like holding a burning coal in your hand, hoping to throw it at someone. But in the end, the only one who gets burned is you. Every time you think about what someone did to you, every time you replay the moment in your mind, you give that person more power over your peace. And the truth is, most of the time, the other person has moved on. They're not losing sleep. You are. They're not hurting anymore. You are. That's why forgiveness is so powerful. Now let's be clear. Forgiveness does not mean you agree with what someone did. It doesn't mean their actions were okay. It doesn't mean you allow them to hurt you again. Forgiveness means you are choosing your peace over your pain. You are choosing to stop carrying the anger inside you. You are saying, I will not let this pain control me anymore. Forgiveness is not for them. It's for you. Think about it like this. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack full of stones. Each stone is a memory of someone hurting you. One is for the friend who lied. One is for the partner who broke your trust. One is for the family member who disappointed you. You walk around with this backpack every day. It's heavy, it's painful, it makes you tired. And yet, you keep carrying it. Why? Forgiveness is the moment you decide to take off that backpack. You remove each stone one by one, not because they deserve it, but because you do. You deserve to walk freely. You deserve to feel light again. Start small. Close your eyes. Think of someone who hurt you. Say their name in your mind. Then quietly say, I forgive you. I release you. I let go. You might feel nothing at first. That's okay. Forgiveness is not a one-time act. It's a process. You might have to repeat it again and again, but slowly your heart will begin to soften. The pain will fade, and in its place, peace will begin to grow. Also, don't forget to forgive yourself. Sometimes we are angry at our own past mistakes. We punish ourselves in silence. But just as you forgive others, you must forgive yourself. You are human. You are learning. You are growing. The more you forgive, the less anger you carry. And the less anger you carry, the more joy and peace you will feel. Forgiveness is not weakness. It's freedom. Choose it. Rule 5. Understand that anger is a habit. Anger is not just a feeling that happens once in a while. For many people, anger becomes a habit. A habit is something your brain does automatically, without thinking. If you have been angry many times before, your brain starts to expect anger. It learns to react quickly and strongly in situations that might seem small or normal to others. Imagine your brain as a path in the forest. When you walk the same path every day, it becomes clear and easy to walk. That path is like your habit. If you walk the anger path often, it becomes your usual way to respond. You get angry quickly. You lose patience easily. Small problems feel huge, and even little things can upset you. But here's the good news. Just like any habit, anger can be changed. You can teach your brain a new path. You can learn to respond with calm instead of anger. It takes time and practice, but it is possible. The first step is to become aware. Notice when you feel angry. What time of day is it? Where are you? Who are you with? What exactly happened? This is called observing your anger. You can keep a small journal, writing down when and why you felt angry. This simple act helps you understand your triggers, the things that start your anger. For example, maybe traffic makes you angry every morning, or a certain person at work always makes you upset. Maybe you feel angry when you are tired or hungry. When you know your triggers, you can prepare yourself. Preparation is powerful. If traffic makes you angry, Try listening to calm music or a podcast you enjoy while driving. If a coworker triggers you, practice deep breathing before you see them. If you feel anger rising, pause and breathe slowly. These small actions help break the old anger habit. Each time you choose calm instead of anger, you make a new path in your brain. Slowly, the calm path becomes easier and stronger. The angry path gets weaker and harder to follow. You are building the habit of peace. Remember, changing a habit takes time. Be patient with yourself. Celebrate small wins. Every moment you choose peace, you are becoming stronger. You are showing yourself that anger does not control you anymore. You can be the master of your emotions. You can live a life where anger is no longer the automatic response. It begins with understanding that anger is a habit and choosing to create a new, peaceful habit instead. Rule 6. Build a calm morning routine. How you start your day matters more than you may think. Your morning sets the tone for everything that comes after. If your morning is rushed, loud, and full of stress, your mind and body prepare for a day filled with tension and frustration. You are more likely to feel angry, impatient, or overwhelmed during the day. But if you start your morning in calm and peace, your mind becomes stronger, clearer, and ready to handle challenges without anger. Imagine waking up just 30 minutes earlier than usual. It may seem small, but those extra 30 minutes can change your entire day. Instead of jumping out of bed and rushing to get ready, you take time for yourself. Spend about 10 minutes sitting quietly. Find a comfortable spot where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes. Breathe slowly and deeply. Feel the air fill your lungs, then let it out gently. Focus on your breath. This simple practice helps calm your nervous system and centers your thoughts. During this quiet time, think of 3 things you are grateful for. Maybe it is the warm sunlight through your window, the food you will eat, or a friend who cares about you. When you focus on gratitude, your brain shifts away from negative thoughts and begins to see the good in your life. Gratitude is a powerful tool against anger because it reminds you that even small things can bring happiness. Smile as you think about these things. A smile releases feel-good chemicals in your brain. It's a small but strong way to lift your mood. Next, do some gentle movement. Stretch your arms, legs, and back. Take a short walk if you can. Moving your body wakes up your muscles and helps release tension. It also improves your mood and energy. Light exercise in the morning creates a healthy habit that supports calmness throughout the day. One very important tip: avoid checking your phone right after you wake up. The messages, news, and social media can flood your mind with information. Some of it stressful or upsetting. Give yourself time to wake up fully and peacefully before facing the world. Let your mind be clear and calm before you open the door to outside noise. A calm morning routine builds a strong mind. When your mind is strong, it is less likely to be controlled by anger. You can meet problems with calmness instead of frustration. You can respond thoughtfully instead of reacting quickly. Your morning calmness spreads like sunshine throughout your day. Try this routine for a week. Notice how your mood changes. Notice how you handle stress differently. A calm morning is the foundation for a peaceful life. Rule 7. Use anger as a teacher. Anger often feels like a strong, negative force inside us, a fire that wants to burn everything around. But what if anger is not just a problem? What if anger is trying to tell you something important? Sometimes anger can be a teacher. It can show you what matters most to you. Think about a time when you felt very angry. Maybe someone was rude to you. Maybe you saw something unfair happen. Why did you feel that anger? Often, anger points to our values, what we deeply care about. If you feel angry when someone disrespects you, it might mean that respect is very important to you. If you get angry when you see unfairness or injustice, it shows that fairness matters to you. Anger reveals your heart's truth. The key is not to ignore anger or let it explode without control. Instead, pause and ask yourself, what is my anger trying to teach me? When you do this, you start to see anger in a new way. It becomes a guide instead of a weapon. You begin to understand yourself better. For example, imagine you are angry about something at work. Maybe a colleague took credit for your idea. Instead of shouting or getting angry in the moment, ask yourself what your anger means. You care about being recognized and respected for your work. Now use this understanding to act wisely. Speak clearly and calmly to your colleague or your manager. Explain your feelings and concerns with confidence, not with rage. Offer solutions. Maybe suggest a way to work together better next time. This way, your anger helps you communicate what you need, rather than creating more problems. When you use anger as a teacher, you become stronger and wiser. You don't lose control, but you learn from your feelings. Every time you listen to your anger and respond with calm action, you grow emotionally. You build better relationships and solve problems more effectively. Remember, anger is natural. Everyone feels it. But how you use it makes all the difference. Don't let anger destroy your peace or your happiness. Let it teach you what you truly care about. Let it help you become the best version of yourself. So, next time you feel angry, pause. Ask, what am I learning from this? Let anger be your guide, not your enemy. Rule 8. Surround yourself with peaceful people. Have you ever noticed how the people around you affect your feelings? When you spend time with someone who is angry, upset, or negative, you often start to feel that way too. Their energy can be heavy and hard to carry, but when you are with calm, kind, and peaceful people, their energy can lift you up. It makes you feel calm and happy inside. This is not a coincidence. The people we spend the most time with shape our moods and even our habits. If you want to stop being angry, one of the best things you can do is look at who you spend your time with. Are they often calm and understanding? Or do they often complain, argue, or get upset quickly? This matters more than you might think. Try to notice the energy that people bring into your life. Some people bring peace. They listen well, speak kindly, and handle problems with patience. They don't get angry easily. They help you see things in a better way. Being around these people teaches you calmness and kindness without even trying. On the other hand, some people carry anger like a heavy weight. They complain a lot, blame others, and react with frustration. When you spend a lot of time with them, their anger can start to feel like your anger. It is like catching a cold. You catch their mood too. If you want less anger in your life, it helps to spend less time with angry people. But what if you cannot change your environment right now? Maybe your family or coworkers are often upset or stressed. You can't always choose who is around you. In that case, start with what you allow into your mind. Listen to peaceful music that relaxes you. Watch motivational videos that inspire calm and happiness. Read books or articles that teach kindness, patience, and wisdom. Fill your mind with peaceful, positive energy every day. This will help protect your calm inside, even if the world around you is noisy or stressful. Over time, you will find that you feel less angry and more peaceful, no matter who is around. Remember, peace is contagious. When you surround yourself with peaceful people and peaceful ideas, your anger loses its power. Your calm grows stronger every day. Choose your company and your inputs wisely. They will shape your mind and your life. So, take a look around you. Who are your people? Are they helping you grow peace or feeding your anger? If you want to stop being angry, start by choosing peace in your company and in your mind. Rule 9. Speak peacefully to yourself. Have you ever noticed how you talk to yourself inside your mind? That voice that is always there, giving you messages throughout the day? Sometimes, this inner voice can be harsh, angry, or full of doubt. It might say things like, "Why does this always happen to me?" or "I can't do anything right." When you speak to yourself like this, it makes you feel upset, frustrated, and yes, even angry. But what if you change that voice? What if, instead of being harsh, you started to speak kindly and calmly to yourself? The way you talk to yourself inside your mind is very powerful. It can make a big difference in how you feel on the outside. Try this. Next time you feel angry or upset, stop and listen to your inner voice. What is it saying? Is it harsh or kind? Now try to change those words. Instead of saying, "I'm so angry right now," say, "I'm feeling angry, but I choose peace." Instead of, "Why does this always happen to me?" try, "It's okay, I will handle this." At first, this might feel strange. You might think, "How can talking to myself like this change anything?" But slowly, you will begin to notice something amazing. Your kind words start to feel true. Your inner voice becomes your biggest friend and supporter. It helps you stay calm even when things around you feel difficult. This peaceful way of talking to yourself does not mean ignoring your feelings or pretending everything is perfect. It means recognizing your feelings and choosing to respond with calm, not anger. When you say, "I'm feeling angry, but I choose peace," you are telling yourself that you have control. You are not a victim of your emotions. You are the one who decides what happens next. Over time, this practice will make your mind stronger. You will find that anger loses its power over you. You will handle problems with patience and calm. Your inner peace will grow, and your life will become more peaceful too. Remember, the most important conversation you have every day is the one inside your own mind. Speak kindly to yourself. Choose words that support peace, strength, and calm. Your inner voice can be your greatest source of strength, if you let it. Final thoughts. Become the master of your emotions. You were not born angry. Anger is not a part of who you truly are. It is just a feeling, a temporary visitor in your mind and heart. And like all feelings, anger can change. It can come and go. It does not have to stay. You are not weak because you get angry. You are not broken. In fact, you are incredibly powerful. You have the ability to learn how to be calm, peaceful, and wise, no matter what life throws at you. Many people think that they have to fight their anger, push it away, or hide it deep inside. But true strength is not about fighting. It is about understanding. When you understand your anger, you can give it space without letting it take over. You can watch it quietly, without judgment, like watching clouds pass in the sky. You don't feed it with more thoughts or feelings. Slowly, quietly, anger loses its power. It fades away because you don't give it a home. Think about this. When you stay calm while the world around you is angry, you become unstoppable. You become a leader, someone who guides others through difficult times. You become a light in the dark, shining hope and peace where there was only noise and chaos. The world needs more people like you. People who choose calm over chaos, peace over anger. So next time anger knocks on your door, don't open it right away. Take a deep breath, pause, smile softly to yourself, and say, "Not today." This simple choice changes everything. You are telling anger that you are in control. You are the master of your emotions, not the other way around. You might not stop feeling anger overnight, and that's okay. Change takes time. But every time you choose peace, you become stronger. Every time you pause instead of reacting, you grow wiser. You build a habit of calm that no one can take away. Remember, this journey is yours. Keep practicing these steps every day. Be patient with yourself. Celebrate every small victory. You've got this. You are not alone. From all of us here at English Achieve, keep growing, keep learning, and keep choosing peace. Because when you choose peace, you change your life, and maybe even the world.